Hello and welcome to A Mindful Moment. I'm Justin Epstein, author of the top-selling book Super You and minister of the Unity Center of New York City. Today we're continuing our study of the, I would say, spiritual classic, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And if I could just get it to stand up right there. Anyway, spatial stuff is not my gift. But anyway, we're going to continue today with, on page 11, we're going to read the first paragraph here. When you say being, are you talking about God? If you are, then why don't you say it? Ooh. The word God has become empty of meaning through thousands of years of misuse. I use it sometimes, but I do so sparingly. I just recently listened to a series by Eckhart Tolle, one he just recently did, and it's true, he does use it sparingly, and he was using the word consciousness or universal consciousness. So that's the word he was using quite frequently recently. By misuse, I mean that people who have never even glimpsed the realm of the sacred, the infinite vastness behind the word, use it with great conviction as if they knew what they're talking about. Tell them, Eckhart. Yeah, that's loaded stuff, right? There's a lot in that. People who've never glimpsed the realm of the sacred, the infinite vastness behind the word. The word, God, is simply 3 letters, G-O-D. The question is, what does that word mean? See? And what is it pointing to? And Tolle is saying it points to a vastness that a lot of people who talk about God they've never sensed or known or experienced the vastness. And they have ideas about this God. Maybe they have ideas that it punishes people, that this God keeps a little black book of sins and good deeds and chooses certain people to help and to not help. Oh, I'll answer your prayers, but I won't answer your prayers. So that's what I think he's talking about here. Or they argue against it as if they knew what it is they're denying. Again, there are books about atheism. There are lots of groups now, I believe, for atheists. Nothing wrong with that. We all have freedom of choice. But the question is, what is the God they don't believe in? I mean, if it's the traditional God that I just mentioned, I don't believe in that either. But is it an infinite vastness? Do they even know about a universal consciousness, underlying energy of everything? So how are they using the God they don't believe in? This misuse gives rise to absurd beliefs, assertions, and egoic delusions. All right, go ahead on, Eckhart. Such as, my or our God is the only true God, and your God is false. Isn't it amazing that people can be so narrow-minded? I mean, really, this vastness, another way to look at God is allness. God is allness, everything, this world and beyond. God is allness. God is vastness. It's everywhere present. Your concept of God may not be one that I believe in, but to think that we have the only true God, our intellectual understanding is the only true God and the right one, very limited thinking to say the least, isn't it? And people, I guess, have gotten in wars over that. That's what people say that I really think the wars are about politics and greed and all that stuff, but maybe there's actually been some wars about whose God is the right God, but my guess it's mostly about politics, but that's an aside. Or Nietzsche's famous statement, God is dead. Again, what God was Nietzsche thinking about? If it was the one that is going to come in and save you because you offer a prayer up, yeah, I can understand his statement. So today we've talked about the word God, G-O-D, how people have different understandings of it and use it or misuse it, as Tolle says, because of their misunderstanding. They haven't sensed the vastness, the allness of this presence. Makes sense, doesn't it? Well, thank you for joining me today. Thanks for listening and watching, and I will see you next time as we explore what Tolle means by being. So we'll see you next time for another Mindful Moment. Thank you for joining me for a Mindful Moment. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more mindful moments as they go live. Click above for a list of previous mindful moments to enjoy on your own time, anytime.